um, firstly inviting me as a speaker at this great webinar, which is all over global, and people are joining from across the globe. And nice to hear many speakers and many participants enthusiastically joining within the conference. As I'm being the last speaker, I'm not going to take your too much time because I know you have been running the seminar from the very morning. So I'm just going to try to share some of my topic. So yeah, let's crack on. And yep, perfect. So can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Right. So wait, oops, yeah. So today I'm going to speak on digital forensics in digital century. So I'm being a BSc cybersecurity and digital forensics student at Middlesex University, and I'm soon going to finish my degree. So yeah, wish me luck. And so yeah, let's crack on. Next one. So it's a video. If you could have a watch. Video. Yeah, so as we see all around, I'm so sorry because people couldn't hear the voice, couldn't hear the sound, but if I would like to summarize the video in a short way, then this slide better makes us understand what's the technology all about. So we can surely say that this 21st century is a century of digitalization. So as we know that everything has changed and technology has paved the way. So in this advanced era, technology has revolutionized our world and daily life. through technological enhancement in 21st century, everything has transmogrified from physical existence to a digital development. And we strongly agree with this statement because um, if you want to say, like, if you remember those old days when communications and networking used to happen through animals and messengers, and people used to write letters, and it used to take time. But in the current world, we have seen that technology has given us everything to make our lives more easier, faster, and with more fun, so we can progress in our life easily. So as a result, it can be said that 21st century is the century of digitalization. So now if we talk about 21st century, so 21st century, as we have declared, or as we can say, it is the century of digitalization and everything has transformed to digital world. Um, it's a great benefit and a great freedom for us to use the technology and make it most of it and use it in our daily life. But at the same time, it's our moral responsibility. And I would like to flag up here in this case that the technology we have been provided with and we have developed, and which we have developed, shouldn't be used in a way which can harm anyone. So there should be no misuse, and in a way, I'm driving towards the cybersecurity at the same time. So if we are getting the benefits of technology, we have to make sure that we are using it correctly and we are protecting ourselves from anything going wrong. So that involves for each and every individual, any organization or any joint organization to maintain cybersecurity within their life or within their profession. And if we don't make if we don't adhere with the cybersecurity policies, it can definitely lead us to cyber crimes. And we can know that the rate of cyber crimes has grown exponentially and is consistent with the growth of technology. As technology expands and develops, so do the cyber crimes that are committed. And we can see also in the last few decades where cyber crimes have risen up by 90%. And as the technology is benefiting us, at the same time, cyber crimes also happening and damaging people's identity and profession and all business. So there are major type of corporate security breaches, mobile security breaches, spear phishing, and identity frauds, and many other kind of cyber attacks happening and harming people's um, benefits. So yeah, so a question arises in our mind, like how to study cyber crimes. So the next slide is going to give the answer, which is the study of cybercrimes can be done by digital forensics. So digital forensics is a practice of identifying, acquiring, and analyzing electronic device. But at the same time, we also get a question, why? Why is digital forensics so important? So if you want to think about and if we want to discuss about the importance of digital forensics in digital century, then it will be mainly in identifying, mitigating, and eradicating cyber threats from our society. So as we discussed earlier as well, that the computer devices are getting used to in our everyday life. So digital evidence has become critical to solving many types of crimes and legal issues, both in digital and in the physical world. So most commonly, digital evidence is used as a part of the incident response process to detect that a breach occurred, identify the root cause and threat actors, eradicate the threat, and provide evidence for legal teams and law enforcement authorities. So in a way, practicing digital forensics will help us to gain digital evidence if there is any cybercrime happening, and then we can investigate it further to solve and find the perpetrator and make a strong legislation and make use of law enforcement authorities to penalize them and safeguard our society and safeguard our digital world. But Also, at the same time, we think about what do you mean by digital forensics? So I gave a clue in earlier slide, but I want to emphasize it again by saying digital forensics. It is a branch of forensic science and encompassing the recovery, investigation, examination, and analysis of material found in digital devices, often in relation to mobile devices and computer crime. In a way, collectively, we can say um, digital devices. So yeah, so there are a few types of digital forensics, and some of them we're gonna discuss today over the presentation. So firstly, there will be computer forensics, which involves the investigation of computer devices when they are facing any digital or cyber crime, and recovering digital storage evidence from the computer device and examining that data by identifying, preserving, recovering, analyzing, and presenting the facts and the opinions on inspected information. So that's one type of computer forensics. The secondly is very common nowadays, mobile forensics, because mobile forensics has a very great future in terms because all of us are using mobile devices such as mobile phone, iPads, tablets, and GPS devices or any smart watches. So it has got a very important and crucial memory and communication functionalities and data within it. So there will be also a very good um, point to investigate within the mobile forensics. Thirdly, it will be network forensics, as which is quite very important for small or large scale organizations if they are having any network within them to communicate. So that deals with monitoring, registering, and analyzing network activities within a local area network or a wide area network. But it also has a very dynamic and it is even volatile, and once transmitted it is gone. So it is very important to have a very proactive investigative process within the network forensics to learn about the network and solve through the investigation. And fourthly, we would like to discuss is all about database forensics, where it involves investigating access to databases and reporting changes made to the data. So it involves any fraud or in transaction crimes, which made any changes or any altering to the data, and through identifying those database transactions, we can indicate the fraud. Yeah, and there comes the process. So mainly, if we want to divide it into main process for digital forensics, it will be five strong process steps. Will be preparation, identification, acquisition, examination, and presentation. But if we want to break down all those 5 points, and we can assimilate those points into 8 different points shown in the current slide, which involves from numbering 1 to 8, and the chronology goes through identification, preservation, collection, examination, analysis, interpretation, documentation, and the presentation. So these are the steps involved, and this is how the process goes on in digital forensic investigation. And there comes the tools. So these are the most important part where through which you can carry out a investigation. If you want to talk about a hardware, it will be computer device, investigative tools, or a laboratory specifically designated for carrying out investigation. And through the legislation and standards which are provided, yeah, I would like to mention, which is ISO 17,025 for 2005 edition. And if we talk about softwares, it will be some of the major softwares which involve forensic investigation and forensic analysis for digital evidence. It will be SS Data FDK, EnCase, Autopsy, Magnet Axiom, and Celebrate. So, and many other tools can be also used in further analysis of file registry, web, email, and disk analysis. Well, if we think about digital forensic techniques to how we can carry out an investigation successfully, it has got various different types of techniques, but in a short where we can cover major points, it will be firstly the reverse steganography. So we have been knowing that the cyber criminals are so clever that they make use of steganography to hide data inside digital files, messages, or data streams. So in a way, by putting in place the reverse steganography method, we can analyze the data, and through hashing and matching and verifying that hash values, we can derive the specific data, hide it in that specific file. And we can also make assumptions related to it, and that may look suspicious. So a second method will be live analysis, where you actually go into the computer system, you use the system tools, as I mentioned earlier, like any of the autopsy, NKs, or like specific designated software. You put on the entire drive, your file, your data, and you start examining by live analysis method, and which will be and which is a common method of use for many digital forensic investigators. By but also they have to maintain a chain of custody properly without any compromise to get the investigation's most examined value. And thirdly, it will be deleted file recovery. So, which is also known as data carving or file carving. And that is a technique that helps to recover deleted files. So let's suppose if there is any file which looks suspicious, or which carry a lot of many crucial information, and if that has been deleted, so through using deleted file recovery system, using that method, we can inspect that specific machine, and then we can recover file, and we can also track back the traces left behind, and then we can recover the file which was a crucial evidence. And at the end, if we think about what's going to be the future of digital forensics, it will be definitely in cooperation of new methods, new tools, by improvising more security and gaining more ability to get more large scale of investigations. And as the technology goes on to develop more and more, the use of artificial intelligence, machine learning, automation, and cybersecurity measures will also influence in digital forensics development. And these innovations will empower investigators to handle the challenge of modern day cybercrime effectively. And yeah, this is the reference list side. Any Q&A? Or thank you for listening me. Appreciate all the people who have joined, and all the listeners who are with me. Thank you.